good morning. Today is Sunday, November 9th, and you are watching the Viewscreen. I'm your host, Amy Nelson.
And I'm your host, Kelvin Wood. Remember, the Viewscreen is your weekly Star Trek magazine show, bringing you news, our friends, special features, and lots of love for our Star Trek family all around the world.
So hello to everyone watching live. We've got Joe in the house. Hello. And be sure to say hi in the chat. It's nice to see who's out there.
Yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button as well, so that you never miss an episode of the Viewscreen live on YouTube. And if you do like listening to us as a regular old podcast, remember you can get the show on catch up wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes. So, you had a show without me. It looked so amazing. I was so sad to miss it, but I was down out of the country, so.
Well, I'm glad you explained that, because you just made it sound like we kicked you off the show for a week. How was it? How was Wendy's birthday?
Absolutely wonderful. We had a lovely dinner out on the beach for the celebration. There was some whale watching. And as you do at resorts, you end up talking to people. And this was definitely no Star Trek people. This is just family and friends. And we were in the pool, met this couple who was actually from Northern Nevada. And she's a teacher and he's an engineer. And so we were chit-chatting. And then he's like, so I don't know if you'd be known, but this is like a Borg situation. And I'm like, I went back to my group and I'm like, I did not bring up Star Trek. This person did. It was not me.
What was the Borg situation about it?
We were talking about society and people being followers.
Yeah. Did you happen to mention that you're the queen?
I did throw it out. It's like Borg. Yeah. My entire network logo is the Borg cube.
Brilliant. What was it like watching us? How do you think Kristin did?
That would mean I'd have to watch it, but I did chime in a little bit, right? Yeah. So I saw that. Oh my gosh.
Kristin on the chat.
Yeah, I know. We were at breakfast and we had the whales watching and everything. It was so cool. I know. And so, yeah, I did pop in for a little bit and amazing. Like Kristin, I need to watch out for my job. That's all I'm saying.
She did a fantastic job in your absence, Amy. Well, yes. We're glad you enjoyed it, and belated happy birthday to Wendy. I'm glad you had fun down in Mexico.
Yes. And so how was your week?
Another quiet week, really not much going on in the calendar. Today is Remembrance Sunday here in the UK. So this is almost our version of Memorial Day, I guess, is what you had, but it's where we pay respect to the armed forces. The date of it being in November, it's officially recognised on the 11th of the 11th. But it's the closest Sunday is the actual Remembrance Sunday, and the date is to signify Armistice Day in World War One. Generally, people were a poppy leading up to Remembrance Sunday about the big battle in World War One, and a lot of poppies sprung up. And I was reading about it earlier, and I found it interesting thinking of you and Kristin with our UK, America, Canada. That there was a Canadian poet who wrote all about the poppies side of things, and then it was American charity who started using the poppy as the emblem of remembrance. So I just thought it quite nice that there was a Canadian and American influence over to our Remembrance Day.
Yeah. So we also have our Veterans Day on the 11th. And so I have the day off of work. So it's very nice.
Nice. Lovely.
It's weird to have a day off in the middle of the week, but I'll take it.
Yeah. We don't. We just have to be quite miserable, morbid, and very somber reflection on the Sunday, and then go back to work the day after.
Oh, yeah.
Note to UK government: give us a bank holiday.
Right.
Okay, so shall we see what is coming up on today's show?
Yes. So we have, I'm like, what is coming up? We, of course, are going to have Kristin coming back to us for the news. Lots this week.
Brilliant. Hi, Kristin. And causing chaos in the kitchen, Joe Keegan is here to show us some of his baking skills. Hi, Joe.
And we have with us our associate producer, JJ, who is coming back to tell us about his badges.
Brilliant. Hi, JJ. Okay, actually, we've not mentioned, we don't have David this week behind the scenes, so there's a quiet element of tense nervousness with me and Amy today because we're speaking, reading, and pressing buttons. This is a true masterclass in multitasking. So apologies in advance if everything goes wrong today. We are a little short-handed.
Yes, that's why when I act surprised, oh, that's me.
Brilliant, brilliant. All right, let's begin then, shall we? It's you.
Oh, no.
Good morning, Kristin.
Good morning, my loves. How are you?
We're good. Come and save us from this insanity of podcast production.
I don't think I'm the one who is well equipped to save anybody from insanity.
I know, but your karma's down every time you're present. So,
oh, well, thank you.
Tell us how you are. I believe it was Justin's birthday this weekend.
It was. So I got to celebrate my favorite human being's another trip around the sun for him. So I'm grateful for another year. So I realized, like, he turned 42. Sorry, babe. I don't know if you're okay with me telling people that, but you did. And we met when he was 22.
Oh. Ooh.
So we're at our coming up to our 20 years together. We're almost half of our lives have been together. So that's really exciting. Yeah.
It is.
So we had a cute night at home with just some pizza, the new Frankenstein movie, and wine, of course. Also, if people like sort of old lore movies, I really do recommend the new Frankenstein. It's, Mary Shelley's classic text adjacent. It definitely takes some liberties, but it was really, really good. And you get a little surprise visit from Christoph Waltz, who I am a huge fan of. So
nice.
Yeah.
Does Justin love spooky season as much as you do as well?
Well, our world is kind of spooky season year round, so it's just sort of our baseline is spooky. But I offered to watch some Harry Potter because I know that's his favorite, and he's like, "Let's watch the new Frankenstein." I was like, "I'm not going to say no to that." So yes.
Brilliant. Well, shall we see what you've got for us today in the news?
Let's dig into the news.
Let's get those slides going.
I was really excited with today's episode birthday. Unification Part 2 aired today back in 1991. Oh my gosh. Such a good two-parter. It's, I think, one of my favorite two-parters in all of Trek. It really I love the callbacks to Star Trek 6 and pulling certain things from the original series in. And I love this little piece of trivia that Nimoy's schedule was kind of chaotic with wrapping up Star Trek 6 about the same time. So Part 2 was actually filmed before Part 1.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. They had to fit him in when they could fit him in, and then they did what they could didn't need him for afterwards. So yes. So happy 34th birthday to Unification Part 2.
Yeah. Amy, I remember you have a particular love for this episode, don't you? You chose this on All Good Things for one of your host pick episodes, which is in our back catalogue.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and I love another bit of trivia was he swung this deal and said, "Yeah, I will come on Next Gen if my son, Adam Nimoy, can direct. And that's how he got to direct a couple of episodes.
Nice.
So wheeling and dealing, Leonard
Little quid
Nimoy.
pro quo there. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Little nepotism, but that's okay. It didn't hurt anybody. And then we have our little meme of the week. I thought this was funny. There's this Gach pockets. So
that's hilarious.
So, Kelvin, I don't know. Do you get Hot Pockets over in the UK, or are those a thing?
We don't, but we know what they are.
Okay.
We know they're a big thing in America. We used to have these things called crispy pancakes, which I guess would be an equivalent, and they're baked in the oven. So they're kind of, imagine a Hot Pocket that's breaded and quite crunchy on the outside. That's the we get.
Oh, that actually sounds lovely.
They are. I mean, they're nuclear hot inside. There was a lot of children with scalded mouths, but that was the danger.
Yep.
I still indulge myself with pizza pockets quite often, which it's just sort of like the step down from Hot Pockets. And the key is knowing when to flip them in the microwave to let them cook evenly so that you don't have, nuclear sun, freezing cold, nuclear sun, right? You need to even out the heat. So anyway, I was like, you know what? I bet Worf would enjoy a Gach pocket.
Yes, he would.
Yes. So this was funny and gross at the same time, which are some of my favorite things. Oh God. We have a little in memoriam this week. So Mr. Ralph Senesky passed away at 102 years old. So he was a life well lived with an amazing repertoire of direction that included a lot of episodes from the original series. And he was actually the last remaining director of the original series.
Wow.
So with his passing, anyone who had directed an episode has now left us for the next emanation. So, but 102 years old.
Wow. That's awesome.
And he looked really great at the end,
Yeah.
So anyway, you can read a little bit if you're interested on his sort of Wikipedia page or the Trek fandom online about how he left, and it was over quite a bit of disagreements. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like his departure from Trek was really amicable, but I'm glad to see that he is remembered for bringing us some pretty good episodes.
Very nice. So with Star Trek turning 60 next year, we're going to lose a lot of our original series folks. So I hope everyone can come to Star Trek Las Vegas for the 60th.
Yeah, James has this quite morbid tradition of he tries to get the photographs with a lot of the original series, or the older people in that kind of, if I don't do it now, I might miss them.
Right.
So he's quite fortunate that he got most of the original cast at some point before they passed, and he's moved on into kind of next gen people like David Warner, etc. Now, it's such a shame that we miss Renee before he passed. Photographs. We were at so many conventions with him, and then missed him.
Yeah, he went too early. He went far too early. Yeah. So that was I remember when that happened. That was quite the shocking passing.
Yeah. All right, Joel's got his tickets, so
there we go.
Yeah.
Is there any updates on the ticket situation? Because I remember a couple of weeks ago we were saying that they were selling fast, so I went and got our tickets. So that's done. But have they sold out yet? Do we know?
Yeah. A couple of friends went on, and they're like, "There's no more general admission weekend passes."
Are they just expensive ones now?
Listen, I've been coming to these long enough. This happened at the 50th, and then they released some more because it's just GA. So, but I think they like that excitement so that when they do release more, they're going to sell more. So, And they haven't released the dailies either. So those are going to be still available.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have a happy birthday to Mr. Robert Duncan McNeil, who was born November 9th, 1964. So happy birthday, Lieutenant Paris. Again, an amazing actor who's been with Trek and in the Trek world for quite some time, since Next Gen. And has his birthday today. And then another one that I also want to mention that was earlier this week on November 5th was Armin Shimmerman's birthday. So this was quite a fun week for some good Trek birthdays.
Excellent.
Yes.
Christos is jumping on the STLV bandwagon, saying that it is hype for the tickets, but do make sure you get your hotel sorted. Excellent advice, Christos. Get them locked in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I wish everyone could afford the Rio, because I want the Rio to sell out. I want a full hotel of Trekkies at the Rio. It's just so annoying when you're walking through and there's like
non-Trekkie. How very dare you?
Civilians.
How very dare you?
I know.
The audacity.
Yes.
Peasants, no. This bummed me out.
This was sad.
This was sad. So the Star Trek IV, the 4th installment of the Chris Pine based or Chris Pine led cast has officially been scrapped by Paramount. They are moving on from the series to try to reinvigorate new Trek content. And I was like, how very dare you? Then I realized the first one came out in 2009, which was a while ago, I guess.
Well, it just seems like the other year to me, but
how was it that long ago?
Can you believe it?
When this popped up just on a when I first saw it, it was just on a general entertainment subreddit. So it wasn't a Trek related one. And so of course I clicked because I'm always interested to see what people who are not on Trek Reddits have to say. And the praise that they were giving Chris Pine for his rendition of Kirk and how he held the crew and brought everybody together. And then, of course, a lot of people were saying that about how much they're going to miss Carl Urban as Bones.
Yeah.
So those were the two from the cast that people were just singing the praises of. They absolutely loved how they came across. And for some of them, the love for these two actors sort of brought them in to kind of dabble in a little bit of Trek here and there. So, they may have scrapped it now, but it did. I think it might have done what it was supposed to do back in the olden days of 2009, which was to bring people's interest back to the franchise. So I like them or not, like the timeline shift or not, it's still part of our world, and I liked them.
Yeah. This is so sad. Like, I love Beyond and 09.
Yeah.
Into Darkness is fine, but I don't watch it. And I'm surprised you said, okay, so remind me who the actor is that plays Spock. What's his name again?
Zachary.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto. How come he's not getting the love? When you said Chris Pine and Carl Urban, like, yeah, I get that, but Zachary Quinto's like my Spock now.
Yeah. That's the big thing that I found very interesting too. And I wonder if just people are, whether you're in the fandom or not, that it will just always be Leonard Nimoy. I don't know.
I also wonder if the Strange New Worlds recasting of Kirk and Spock is having an effect, because my personal opinion is that I think Chris Pine is a better Kirk than Paul Wesley is currently. He's getting better.
Yeah.
However, I do think Ethan Peck is a far better Spock than Zachary Quinto. Sorry, Amy, that's my opinion. So it's kind of a bit mixed there in the opinions of who plays it. So maybe that's where the comparison is coming from.
Right.
And
I do agree that Carl Urban's McCoy is brilliant, and they should bring him across to Strange New Worlds.
Agreed.
Oh, my
Agreed. And again, Zachary Quinto is really known for a lot of his work in American Horror Story, and that's where a lot of people know and love him. Where when he was featured specifically for me in Murder House and Asylum. In Asylum, he's so good. If you haven't watched it, if you want to see a very unique side of Zachary Quinto, go check out season 2 of American Horror Story. Ooh.
Good.
So anyway, I don't know if I love the way that Paramount is handling Trek. Amy, you and I spoke a little bit about this earlier. We were having a little chat online where some of the direction that these new owners are going, their ties, and the possibility of them putting certain spins onto Trek, which has historically been a very progressive show. And there is worry that with these billionaires coming in and having whatever
their say,
are they going to stay true to the franchise, or are they going to try to muck it up? And I said I would rather just have no more new Trek and just enjoy the amazing franchise that we've had for the last 60 years than see them destroy it.
Yeah.
But that's TBD. We don't know. Nothing's been official yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I am sad that we won't see any new of this ensemble representing Trek.
Yeah.
And then, yes, this is the big one. The number of people who have texted me this last week asking if I'm going to be buying the $400 Star Trek Lego. No, I am not. So one of my friends said, I will buy it in your honor. And I was like, well, thank you for your sacrifice.
Yes. Thank you for your purchase.
Yes, there you go. So 3,600 piece Enterprise D will also include the limited edition shuttlecraft if you make your purchase before December 1st. And it goes on sale November 28th. So you have a very short window to get the little add-on. So you can see I put a little picture there. It's Ro Laren and the little shuttlecraft. Adorable.
Yes.
The ship itself looks pretty cool. But my obsession is with the characters and their little accessories.
It's so good.
They gave Data Spot.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it. Picard has his Earl Grey. And Riker has his trombone. Of all random things, he's got a trombone. And then, of course, Guinan has her little cocktail shaker.
Oh.
I think that's Wesley's little tractor beam from The Naked Now.
That's what it is.
Right.
When did this phallic thing show up in Trek? I was like, this is almost should be censored. It's just very ooh, avert your eyes. Everyone else has their pads and their bags and everything, but I do love that they kind of mixed it up with off-duty stuff as well. I don't know. I kind of wish I'd given Beverly her little lamp, grandma's lamp.
Brilliant.
That would have been funny. But maybe they have more than one accessory with them. So when somebody purchases this, because I know there's going to be somebody in this
community
watching group from the BQN who is going to buy this. We're going to need to have you on the show and do a full rundown. Wesley is shorter. Well, he's season 1 because he's got the sweater.
Yes.
Right? So he's probably still supposed to be quite young here.
So I'm curious, is the shuttlecraft going to be available for an individual purchase, or is it just produced as the kind of the freebie for early release of these? I was only planning on buying the shuttlecraft because of the price point.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be an additional.
Probably eventually, but I think to make sure that these sell and they sell quick, and they need to show demand. So you have to throw a little something in there to get that demand going. But yeah, I mean, anytime somebody puts a cat in something. I am overly excited about it. And listeners, before we came live, we actually were discussing a new theory, a new conspiracy theory for Trek. So chime in and let us know what you think. We all know how Spock felt about Worf. We also know how much cats love to push stuff off of shelves. Spot pushed the blue barrel on Worf.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts?
Theory.
What are our thoughts? So let us know what you think.
It's such an amazing theory.
I can see him just like pushing it and then just walking away, because that's just what they do.
Yeah.
They just push and walk. Benjamin, I'm looking at you. Yes. So anyway, I love, again, anytime Trek kind of seeps its way into other big like geekdoms. So finally seeing a Lego and Trek crossover is really exciting. There's just a lot of other stuff. For me personally, I would rather spend $400 on.
Right.
Yeah. This is really messed up franchise, my algorithm on social media, because I've been clicking on a lot of the content for the Star Trek Lego. Lego itself as an entity is so massive that I'm now being bombarded with content and adverts on Instagram just generically for Lego. So this is really big news. It
is huge. I mean, look at how many Star Wars they have, right? And it's funny because Trek could easily have more than Star Wars could, with all the different ships, the different iterations, the different characters and aliens and all of that. If this sells well, I'm hoping to see a lot more come out of this. I think it would just be really, really cool for people to have it in for posterity. But
the DS9 station, man, that would be awesome.
Oh my gosh. Or the easiest one to put together ever would be
Joel in the comment was saying, I was watching a regular YouTube Lego coverage and had to endure them saying Gordy LaForge.
Oh, for the love of puppies.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, right. You guys, you had one job. You had one job, is to properly promote this. And you can't even get the guy's name right.
Right.
Ugh. Awful. Awful.
I think we've got a little video, haven't we?
We have a little promo video that we want to roll.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Well, it brings usual kind of humor.
That made my heart so happy. That was amazing. Also, I don't know if they knew what they were doing, but the person putting it together was in the right color. They were in engineering yellow.
Ah, good spot.
So did they know what they were doing, or were they just like, oh, I just look good in yellow? I don't know. Anyway, that was so. Oh, now I need to go watch more Trek. Also, real quick aside, and I know I sound like I'm obsessed with Reddit, but I am. There's like an alignment chart where you pick two things that fit into whatever two subjects, and one was what show premiered in the 80s and that has aged like wine.
Yeah.
And Star Trek: The Next Generation won.
Oh.
And so all these people were like, nope, Picard, it was amazing for the 80s. It was the perfect show, and it's even more relevant today. And I was, again, really excited to see how many people that we don't realize that this franchise is really important to them. And so I wonder how many people are just going to be like, this is perfect timing to catch the momentum of the Trek love for this type of release.
Let's bring Joe and JJ in and see what they thought of the news there. So, JJ, how do you feel about someone else getting in there on the Star Trek plastic and stealing it away from you?
I think it's awesome, actually. I love that video, especially the part where the Enterprise is backing up with beeps.
Yeah.
I died. But yeah, exciting. I'm actually really excited. Christian texted me earlier this week. Did you see that the Lego set's coming out? And I was like, nope. Didn't see that. Thanks for the heads up. But yeah, super excited to see that. And then I love the throwback to unification. Like, I remember that episode, and one of my favorite parts of that episode was when the Enterprise like took up position in that junkyard. Yeah, favorite.
Yeah.
Yep, loved it.
Brilliant. And what about you, Joe? Anything in the news exciting?
I'm going to play devil's advocate here with the Lego. I was buying it, then saw it when it was announced, and I was like, not buying it. The minifigs are really cool. I think maybe the highlight of it. The Star Drive section, also really cool. I think they've done all the curves that the Enterprise D justice with, was essentially a rectangular brick. But the saucer section looks like a piece of trash. It's almost like the Lego people in Denmark thought, oh, we've got this budget, we'll work on everything, and then they ran out of money and thought, oh, there's the saucer section. It really annoys me. About the GAC pockets, I want to know how much protein's in them, because if there's a lot of protein in a GAC pocket, it's maybe going to make me want one.
Hey, you know what? If GAC is something that's enjoyed by Klingons, that doesn't seem like a species who's going to be a low protein diet. That is a high protein species right there. Yeah.
If it can power them on the battlefield, it can get you through a gym session.
There you go.
Yeah. Findus crispy pancakes, you can still buy them.
Really?
They're not good.
Oh no.
They're not pleasant.
Oh.
I remember loving them as a kid.
Yeah, I know. Like tins of meatballs.
Yeah.
Or a free bento, a steak pie, a pie in a tin.
Yeah.
Like, what were we thinking back in the olden days?
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Well, Kristin, thank you as usual for the news this week. Good bit of research, lovely bit of chat. Thank you. And we will see all you guys a little bit later in the show. Thank you. Okay.
Now, were you wanting to show another commercial?
No, I removed the video because it wasn't in the news. So I'll save that one. I'll put it in the archive. A little treat for us in the future, maybe.
All righty. That's a little teaser. Well, who's coming on next?
Okay, well, we've just had him. Let's welcome back Joe to the stage. So,
again?
I know you're getting our money's worth. Yay! So we're always sport for choice with you, Joe, over what we ask you to contribute to the view screen, because you're such a man of many talents, whether it's teaching, physics, music, cooking, cocktails, or just general disaster. So what are you doing for us today?
Do you know what? In future, ask me to do anything. Do you know, just throw something at me and I'll be good at it, because
that's who he is.
Yeah.
I know, but the trouble is, if we don't actually make a specific request, you won't decide until a minute before we go on air, and we won't be able to do any promo, any matching of the guests.
BQN's inability to cope with the format of my video, it seems like a you problem. and not a me problem.
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of, are we sorted with it now, Amy? Have we got Joe's video imported?
I don't.
Okay,
Joe?
so Joe's emailed it to our drive. So if you want to go and pop and see if you can find it, Amy, me and Joe will chat for a moment.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
All right. So Joe, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing today, or what you're showing us.
So yeah, I've been practicing baking a lot with a view to doing something in the future with it, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be doing with it. So I thought, like, maybe do an entremet. So an entremet is like a layered dessert. So you make a section and then you freeze it, and then you put that frozen section inside something else, and you build up layers, a bit like the crust of the earth. Now
like
you've got like a what?
Like a baked Alaska.
Yeah, I suppose, but entremets tend to be a bit more technical, including like mousses and crunch layers. So you got your textures and you got lots of flavors. I've never done one before. I don't actually know what entremet means, but I assume it's French. So I have made a little entremet as my first attempt at entremet, and I'm so proud of myself because you'll see in the video there are multiple different techniques, most of which I've not done before.
Brilliant.
And I kind of, I'm going to say I nailed it. I did. Yeah.
So why an entremet? Was it just because of the difficulty that you thought I really want to challenge myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I don't want to spoil it, but there's lots of things that I want to have done before I do this thing that I'm going to do in the future, hopefully. Now that way, like you're ticking off a checklist. Well, yeah, I can do that. I can do this. I can do X, Y, Z. So you're in the past.
Upskilling yourself in multiple baking techniques,
Kelvin,
so that you can do all sorts.
That might be an accurate way to say it. Yes.
All right. Okay. So you've recorded yourself making said dessert.
This was yesterday.
How was the recording process? Was there multiple camera angles? Was the pieces to camera? Have you added narration afterwards? How have you done it?
You did this yesterday?
Yeah.
Holy
cow. So this is why I lost my Saturday. Bacon's fine, but having to think about how you're recording it.
Yeah.
To show to an audience is a totally different matter. So it was me and my phone. Put my phone down or hold my phone or try and hold your phone while putting something in the oven.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've only done this making a cocktail, but to make a full dish, it must have been so frustrating of having to go back and... Did you make lots of little recordings and then put them all together? Yeah. Yeah.
But I kept them in order, so it was easy enough just to go, okay, 1 to 20, put it in, edit it together, and hopefully I'm not put any dodgy content in, because when I've selected them all, so it's all going to be very safe for work.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, without further ado, shall we take a look at the finished product?
Go!
The Viewscreen today. I am going to bring you a dessert. This is entremet week for me, or the next few weeks are entremet weeks, because I'm practicing doing kind of fancy desserts that have lots of different techniques. This dessert I'm calling an assimilation in mint and lime. It's kind of Borg inspired. I thought that maybe fit the theme of your podcast. It's going to be kind of geometric. Hopefully it's going to be really flavourful. I sketched out a little diagram of what it's going to be. The bottom here we have a dark chocolate sponge. On top of that we have a pistachio praline. Then on top of that we have a little dome of lime gel. That's surrounded by a mint mousse. And then the whole thing is encased in a black mirror glaze that is going to have some green highlights on it. I thought that black and green and that aesthetic might be kind of Borg inspired. In terms of how I'm going to do that, the whole dessert is going to be encased in this silicone mould. It's going to be then frozen, decanted, and then I can do the mirror glaze bit. These little channels I thought could fit with the green highlights on it, so that'd be nice. The lime gel is going to be done in this, so it's going to give us a nice geometric, so possibly when you cut into the dessert you'll see a nice geometric pattern. You'll notice these little
bits at the bottom. I'm going to do some twirls for the first time, really delicate biscuits, and I chose some kind of geometric ornate patterns. I bought some twirl molds. So you basically get your twirl batter, a bit like a pancake batter, spread it into the molds and bake it, and then let them cool a little bit, and you can decant them and use them as decorations. So that's what I'm going to bring you today. Enjoy. For the chocolate sponge, we're going to have flour, eggs, sugar, baking powder, butter, salt, cocoa powder, and some black food colouring just to highlight that Borg aesthetic that we're going for. I'm going to whisk together the eggs and the sugar. Helps if the stand mixer's plugged in. Then I'm going to incorporate all my dry ingredients. So I've got my flour, I'm going to put in my baking powder, my cocoa powder, a little tiny pinch of salt, and some black food colouring, a little tiny end of a teaspoon thing. Don't know how much I need. Egg and sugar mix should have tripled in volume and be really nice and light and fluffy. This is all my sifted dry ingredients ready to be folded in. Looks like sludge. Fold in melted butter now. Pour into prepared cake pan. Looks like I'm making slabs to build a house. Bake at 180 for about 12 minutes.
Burn yourself.
The pistachio praline requires toasted pistachios, caramel, milk chocolate, and feuilletine, which is a French kind of crispy crepe. It did say you could use cornflakes, but I think that's quite pedestrian. So I'm making some feuilletine. I'm going to blend it up and then spread it out onto a silicone mat and bake it in the oven for like maybe 5 minutes, 170 degrees Celsius, or something else in Fahrenheit for the Americans. And then it should come out nice and crispy, that you then break up into the milk chocolate, the caramel, and the pistachios. And you get your pistachio praline. Flour, icing sugar, a little bit of salt, tiny bit of salt, that's enough, some melted butter, egg white, and some vanilla extract, but I need my spoon and the bottle of vanilla and a third hand, or to put the camera down. 13 batter, silicone mat, offset spatula, pour. I'm just going to spread that out over the mat so it's about maybe 1 millimetre thick, or a tiny fraction of an inch for the Americans. Cake is ready. Delicious. 13 going in. Put it in for 5 minutes, then check it. can always give it longer. If I overbake it, you can't take it back. Cake is turned out onto a wire rack to cool. It's very dark, like the soul of the Borg. The juice of lots of limes. 13 coming out. Assuming that's how it's supposed to look. Oh hi, do you want to dance? I'm dancing with my 14.
Oh, such an
For the
idiot.
lime gel, we have lemon juice, sugar, lime zest, and this is gelatin sheets which are blooming. Now blooming means to take the gelatin sheet from this kind of hard, stiff version, put it in cold water and it softens it. It means it dissolves much quicker. So we're going to heat that up to a simmer, then whisk in the bloomed gelatin and boil it for 30 seconds, then it's ready to set and chill. You'll notice I've added some green food colouring to the lime gel, just for extra greenness and borgification. This is the bloomed gelatin, it's really soft. When you put it in, it literally should just dissolve. For the pistachio praline, we've got some sugar. I'm going to caramelise that. I'm going to toast some pistachios. I've got some milk chocolate and some fruitine, which I'm going to crunch up. Pistachio praline. This will get chilled, then blitzed up into a coarse powder, mixed with the milk chocolate and the crushed up fruitine, and that will make my pistachio praline crunchy layer. Coarsely ground pistachio praline, melted milk chocolate, and the broken up fruitine. Then mix it all together and then set it. For the mint chocolate mousse, we have double cream, egg yolks, sugar, dark chocolate, and some salt.
It's a peppermint extract as well.
Okay, we're ready to assemble. We have the chocolate cake, which I've trimmed down to size. We have the pistachio praline crunch, also trimmed down to size. We have this impossibly difficult to decant lime gel. It's roughly kept its shape. I've kept it in cling film so it's easier to actually get in. I'm going to start with putting half my mousse into my mould, and then making this up as I go along. So mousse. Okay, maybe we spread it out into the corners, make sure all of those little nooks and crannies, those little channels get completely filled. Okay, then I think I'm going to go in with my lime, because that's going to be the softest component. Then the pistachio praline crunch, and then the sponge. So the sponge will be on the bottom once you invert it. Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah. Okay, we're in. I just have to peel off the cling film. Oh, looks good. So, I'll try and show you this without making a complete mess. We have our gel in there. Looks messy, but it's okay. We're good. Okay. Then, I need to make sure that there is space for more mousse. I'm going to do a wee layer of mousse on top of the gel. Wee gel mousse layer. Crunch. Push that in. Then sponge. I'm going to do another wee layer. No, I feel these wee layers coming. I'm going to go wee layer of mousse. I'm going to put the sponge in. Hell with that. Sponge is in. Okay. Twirls next. We've got plain flour, caster sugar, egg whites, salt, vanilla essence and melted butter. Got a little decorative moulds. I'm going to shove them in my little wireless cordless mixer. The twirls have been spread into the moulds with my kind of special spat. I can't remember the name. I've been baking all day. That spatula. Good to go. 7 minutes, 175. So the twirls worked. And these will be decorations for the dessert. For the mirror glaze, we have caster sugar, water, white chocolate, bloomed powdered gelatin, liquid glucose, condensed milk, black powdered food colouring and green powdered food colouring, which I think are oil soluble, which is good, otherwise it might not work. We're ready for the last few steps. We've got our frozen mousse cake, which has been in the freezer overnight at minus 24 degrees Celsius. We've got our black mirror glaze, which has been chilling down. Should be around about 32 to 34 degrees Celsius. We've got our green mirror glaze. I put it in one of these wee dispenser bottles so I can fill in all our channels. And then if there are any bubbles in the mirror glaze, they will burst instantly on contact with heat from the blowtorch. Also, this is for Kelvin. Okay. There's absolutely no going back on this. It's terrible. Okay, we're going to pour mirror glaze on black first.
Dead silence. I don't have the power to multitask in this moment.
We're going in with the green now. I want to keep it in really nice straight lines, not mess it up. The black mirror glaze has been in the fridge for about 10 minutes just to... And yeah, there's a line here, isn't there?
Just to finish your sentences, just to set it up a little bit.
That green looks so vivid.
Continues.
Oh, it's Jade.
That away. That to just roll down the side.
I will comment on the fridge in a minute.
Sorry, I've left my fridge door open. Stupid fridge sounds like Padam Padam by that woman Kylie Minogue. Triggered.
It's a terrible fridge.
Okay, we're almost finished. We've got the chilled on for me, which hasn't turned out quite like I wanted, but do you know what? Most of these techniques I was doing for the very first time. So there's always going to be room for improvement. If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. So we've got our decorative twirls, the circular ones, and the more geometric straight lined ones. I think there's 7 of these ones, maybe 9 of these ones, I'm not entirely sure. So I thought it'd be a nice idea maybe just to kind of randomly place them on top of the mirror glaze. I'm going to kind of try and follow the lines almost. Now that green mirror glaze kind of hasn't done the whole 3D thing, but I think that's just one of the things about mirror glaze. It's not designed to make 3D things. Now, do you know what? I'm really terrible at decorations, so I'm going to kind of try and edit myself. I'm going to take that one off. No, maybe put that one over here. Yeah, put that one there. Yeah, I remember in secondary school, like maybe 12 or 13, who had to decorate a sponge cake, and I literally had every ingredient in the sun on it. I'm just going to put some around the edge just to cover up the little messy bits.
Or Smarties,
Yeah,
hundreds and thousands. literally every decoration going had on this cake.
Does it maybe require a wee vertical one? Maybe like that. Stuck on.
Makes it look fancy.
On the side. Maybe like so. Yeah. And then maybe just to finish it off, maybe a little Enterprise. Let me see. How on earth does that look? I think that's maybe a winner. I think that looks absolutely spectacular. I love it.
Well done, that guy.
Joe, well done.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do have a question. You were just randomly putting salt in, and I've been told that baking is exact, like you have to do it, and you're just freehanding it. Is that?
Do you know, it's a recipe's called for a pinch of salt. So like pinch it. It's more like a flavor, like a flavor enhancer to bring out other flavors.
Right. Yeah.
So, and unless you're talking about bread makings, because salt controls the reaction of the yeast with the sugars, so that's really important in terms of the amount of salt.
So, Joe, I'm curious more about the production of that video, almost than I am about the actual food itself. So, I especially like the having to get down on your knees to talk to the camera. That was quite interesting as a technique. What have you learned about making videos of cooking now? Would you do something like that again? Would you do it any different? How would you kind of change camera angles, if at all? Because I think
for next season.
Yeah, I think you did really well.
Yeah, to come back to your first question, would you do it all again? No. Well, I think Ewan did offer his assistance. He was like, "Oh, do you want me to be my Fanny Craddock's husband to your Fanny Craddock?" I'm not being offensive. They're Americans. Fanny Craddock's like a UK chef from like the 1950s or something.
Google Fanny Craddock, especially Fanny Craddock at Christmas. She did a Christmas series. It's legendary here in the UK.
So he did offer, and I was like, no, I just want to kind of do it myself. Stupid. I was sending away the help. I should have taken it. But yeah, do you know what? It worked. Would I do things like differently again? Absolutely. Yeah. I'd probably set up the camera on a tripod so you get a wider view of what I'm doing. So then I have to actually think about recording while I was cooking.
Well, let's bring in JJ and Kristin as well and see what they thought. So, Kristin, what do you think? Have you ever thought of being the next Nigella, filming some cooking exploits?
Yes, I love cooking. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do. But anytime a dessert has pistachio in it, game over. It's going to be the best dessert of the night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were out then.
Nope. Pistachio is it's my kryptonite. I will eat copious amounts of anything that has a pistachio flavor to it, including just the raw nut. If you can get those stupid shells open, they're delicious. It's the perfect nut. Can I say that on TV?
Yeah.
I also loved how you were, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, look at him go following this recipe. And you're like, I'm making this up as I'm going along. And I was like, art, pure artistry there. If you're just making that up. Now I want to go bake.
Brilliant.
Everybody should.
Everybody.
Such fun.
It is so much fun. And if you mess up, who cares?
Yeah.
I know. I loved that when you're all, it's just okay. And I was like, oh, that was your Bob Ross moment.
Yeah. Happy little accident, right?
All my colleagues at work, all the science colleagues, are like getting morbidly obese because I'm like taking them in copious amounts of cake. And a lot of the time it's like, oh yeah, that didn't work very well, but it's edibles. And they're like,
exactly.
Wow.
I think sometimes people are like, well, it doesn't look good. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone cares if it tastes good. That's all really that matters. So
brilliant. What do you think, JJ?
A couple things. First of all, I was really impressed with the fact that, when I bake, I make a huge mess. Here you are with a camera and measuring things perfectly, and everything's perfectly pristinely clean. So I was impressed with the video taking and the assembly.
JJ, you saw the edit. You have not seen the bomb site that the kitchen's been.
That's a good point.
Our quartz worktops may have green food colouring embedded in them.
Oh,
No.
Ewan hasn't noticed yet.
Oh, no.
It's
He has now because I think he's listening in the next
Yeah.
room.
I'm like, well, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
brilliant.
amazing.
Well,
Also,
Joe,
I love your stand mixer. I love a good red kitchen appliance.
I do like the red KitchenAid appliances.
Yeah.
I do have.
It was nice seeing your kitchen again. I'm like, oh,
know.
there's my home.
I know, it's just after you were here just after we had it installed. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks great on camera. So
it does. It's a nice kitchen.
so I believe we're going to have a tasting session later then, Joe, so you can show us the finished
Yeah.
product and cut
Absolutely,
into
yeah.
it and enjoy.
Sorry,
the
Kristin,
evening.
you can't taste it. 'Cause
I'll
being
live through it
Canadian-
vicariously, where I'll just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Okay.
can lick the screen.
I'll do this. I'll do some ASMR up at the microphone. I'm like, it's so tasty. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Joe, we appreciate the time, the expense,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the attention to detail of making that video and showing for us. I don't know which would have been more chaotic, actually, the involvement of recording it or you trying to do that live here on the view screen. So I
Imagine it's the longest episode ever.
yeah, maybe I stick to a Victoria sponge or something if you're doing
Yeah.
it live rather than an entremet. But thank you so much. We look forward to coming back to you later in the show and seeing the finished results. So
Yeah.
see you guys a little later. Okay.
Well, I think it's time for our little BQN promo break. So we'll be right back. Calling all audiophiles and Trekkies. Prepare to boldly go where no podcast listener has gone before with the diverse soundscapes of BQN. We're not just a network, we're a universe of exploration, entertainment, and deep dives into the topics you love. Here's your star map to the sonic adventures awaiting you. Charting the Star Trek cosmos, we have all good things. Embark on a comprehensive journey through the entire Star Trek universe with insightful crew of Amy, Christos, Kelvin, and Kristin. From classic to current, they cover it all. Galaxy Class, Engage. Stephen and Stefan pilots this deep space mission, meticulously covering all aspects of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Infinite Diversity. Stay current with the newest Star Trek frontiers alongside Chrissy and Thad. Union Federation. Whether your allegiances lies with Starfleet or the Planetary Union, Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley offer a unified front discussing both current Star Trek and the truly Trek at heart, the Orville. Crack open that book with Peter and the Trek Book Club podcast. Delve into the rich tapestry of Star Trek's beta canon. What's the T-Bab? Christos spills the latest Trek news and fandom insights with an essential LGBTQIA+ perspective, complete with engaging guest interviews. Our visual voyages that you can find on YouTube, as well as a podcast, our Trexperts quiz. Think you're a Starfleet Academy graduate? Test your knowledge with Davey and MC's challenging Star Trek quiz show. And the Viewscreen. Tune in live on Sundays for your dose of Trek-inspired talk show. Kelvin and Amy host new 8-week seasons each spring and fall. Beyond the final frontier, we have Bargain Bin Gamer. Davey and Mitch, your self-proclaimed gamer guides, lead you to digital treasures, unearthing and reviewing the most affordable video game gems. Cinema Z. Grab your metaphorical popcorn for Mark and Matt's cinematic deep dives, unearthing overlooked films that demand your attention. history with the Zalagis. In order to never repeat it, tune in as Chrissy and Jason deliver bite-sized snippets of historical events from around the globe. In Transformational Journeys, Lex Rosa explores what it means to embrace authenticity in the face of societal expectations. To unlock deeper levels of engagement, try our patron perks. The Hive Mind is where you can join our random script readings, live reaction shows, and roundtable discussions. And check out our back catalog of It's Green, a verdant cornucopia of topics offering diverse and engaging conversations, and Amy's Math Moments. Discover the subtle and not so subtle mathematical wonders woven into the fabric of Star Trek. You can stay connected to our ever-expanding galaxy of content by following at BQN Podcasts on Instagram, Bluesky, YouTube, and Discord. We appreciate you choosing BQN to fill your auditory needs. Thank you for listening. Assimilate the audio.
Welcome back to the view screen. Wow.
Yes.
Do you know what? I was just thinking, I think today's episode has got the most media content of videos, slides, all sorts. And it's the 1 week we don't have David. So I thought we're doing a good job today, Amy.
We are doing the best we can. And so that's what you get. We are grateful that you are still watching.
Indeed, absolutely. Right, well, who is our final guest of the day?
Okay, so very excited. We love having JJ and his badges. We've got a treat for you as well. So JJ, welcome back. How are you doing?
I am great. It's nice to see you all. I miss you all. It's been since, August, I guess. Yeah, too long.
Do you know, I was just going through my photos the other day from STLV, and the final photograph that I took at STLV was Amy giving you a massive hug as you were trying to leave discreetly without telling anyone. Yeah. We called you out and gave you a big hug.
Goodbyes are the hardest part. Right?
Oh my gosh. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some ugly cries going on.
Yeah. But I look forward. I'm already booked for next year, and I booked the hotel, so we're good to go.
Yay! So. And so, are you going to be there the whole week, or Wednesday to Sunday? Okay,
the whole week. Yep.
A Sunday to Sunday.
I believe so. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yep.
Excellent.
Makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. All right, JJ. Well, let's talk about, because you were at STLV and your badges for this year.
Yeah. So this year, actually, I brought badges for both the cruise this year and STLV, and these were pretty much all the badges that I handed out this year. In total, I think I gave out between the cruise and STLV 1,000 badges to people. 500 at the cruise, 500 at STLV, and I still had left over. I brought more than 500. I think I brought 576 or something like that to STLV because I thought it was going to be a lot more people. But yeah, I brought quite a few home. But yeah, these were all the ones that I did for this year.
Now, can you please go through, for those who don't know, what the color combinations represent? You go left to right.
Yeah, so the bottom left is the progressive flag. So do we want to go through all of the colors of the,
Oh, I think there's the differences between the badges. I don't think.
Well, and the colors, yeah.
Yeah. And then the traditional rainbow pride, which is both the Borg and the regular first contact badge. And then the upper right first contact badge, that is actually a representation of asexual, demisexual. And then in the middle picture on the right-hand side, that's an autism badge. So
Is
I
that the
wanted
one
to
on
make
the
sure.
right-hand side?
Yep, in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't notice those ones.
Yeah, with the white infinity, that's an autism badge. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, as many people are represented as we possibly can, right? So I handed out non-binary, trans, you know, as many as I can. So
Your
everybody feel
Bajoran
included.
was very popular this year, I remember.
Yeah, so I did not put that on this because it still needs improvement in my opinion. I know people liked it, but the Bajoran badge is not flat. And one of the challenges with printing with FDM printers is that to get that finish, you got to be as flat as possible. The other alternative is to do a resin printer to get more of that shape from the badge. And I have not experimented with doing that yet. And then trying to figure out how we would do the colors with that would be, I think I would have to paint it, right? So that's the only reason why I haven't gone that route yet. But I like it. It looks good for being flat, but I need to work on improving that one. So, yeah.
Okay. So some love in the chat here. Spiritual Healer Loves thinks this is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the goal of these is to make the community feel seen and together, and, you know, everybody. It's funny because you often hear when people see these, it's okay and safe to talk to somebody that's wearing this badge, right?
Yes.
Because, you know, outside of this, you know, you don't necessarily know how comfortable you can be with a conversation or how open you can be, right? And this just allows us to feel a little bit more closer and connected.
Absolutely. And I love, like, it's so important to have that space, especially with allies, you know, because you just don't know with everyone. And this is just a visual and of two things that are dear to our hearts, Star Trek and, you know, diversity. So I do have to say, I am loving seeing the badges pop up when I see random videos, like either on Instagram or YouTube, and, you know, someone's wearing the badge and it's like, your badges are sort of rivaling fan sets, the official, you know, I'm seeing as many fan sets and as many of your badges at these conventions and loving it.
They must love you, JJ, rather than you giving them away for free rather than charging $30 each like they do.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I was as TLV this year. I always was worried, right? I don't want to step anybody's toes, right? I'm doing this out of love in my heart and to spread love, right? And so I was worried, but I was at the fan sets table and I saw a badge that was like, oh, really cool. And one of the folks behind the table said, "Where to one of the people I was in the group, where did you get that badge from?" And they're like, "Oh, well, JJ makes them. Would you like one?" At which point I was like, "Okay, let me give it." And it turned out his son was I don't remember, wanted one, right? And then he told us that fan sets tried to do a Pride badge but didn't get the thumbs up because they want screen replica. So I think I'm doing my part by making these badges, handing them out and for free, and helping everybody, you know, feel connected, feel safe, and seen.
Well, that is good. Sort of a relief. Like they can't do it, so you are filling the gap there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, my goal isn't to make money off of these. It's literally to spread the love, to spread the connection, the community, right? And it works. I feel like on a cruise, everybody talks with everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember the very first cruise I went on, Star Trek The Cruise 3, there were some LGBTQ meetups, right? But you still didn't know who you could talk to, and you don't know people right away. And it's only like 7 days, so it takes a minute to get to know everybody. But when you see these badges, it's like, oh, I met you at so and so, and yeah, it helps. At least
it also just starts the conversation of people who want them. So they say, where did we get that?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
So what
And
are we
this-
looking at here, JJ? What have we got on the
Yeah.
screen?
So I'm trying to make a special 60th edition version, but I'm struggling trying to view which one I like. So it's putting some of these out here, just some mock-ups to see, what people might think or what they like, or if anyone has any ideas, right, to present this, because I definitely want for both the cruise and STLV, I will be handing out 60th anniversary versions of these badges.
Yeah.
So
are you wanting some
insight.
feedback from our live viewers in the chat now, JJ?
Yeah, if there's anything that stands out, and again, these are mock-ups, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the 60th connecting to the major badge, but anything that appeals to anybody, please let me know. Or
yeah, so drop a message in the comments if you're watching us live now and you're seeing any of these and you particularly like one of them more than the others, or if you are watching on catch up, feel free to just put a comment under the video on YouTube. Amy and I will collect them, or you can just message on the socials as well. If I can dive in straight with an opinion, I definitely have a favorite from these ones, and I like the second one on the white background there. I think it is very reminiscent of the Delta that is on the USS Kelvin uniforms on George Kirk. So I like it for the shape, but also the Kelvin connection as well. So that gets my vote, JJ.
Yep. That's actually my favorite too. I'm struggling though because of stability and magnet placement.
Right.
So, Yep. But I'll figure it out.
Can do you get magnets even that small?
Yeah.
For that edge?
I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I might have to make it the plastic a little bit deeper to make the magnets a little bit bigger than what, because right now I'm doing 2mm magnets, so I might have to do like a thicker magnet to get that attraction, but the same tiny diameter. So
maybe if the 60 went into the middle, that might increase the surface area a little bit for the magnet, but it would detract from that overall outline of the Delta of the design a little bit. But I love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite, Amy?
And we will also put this slide in our Discord server. So please follow us on Discord, and then you can vote there as well. I definitely the outline one, Kelvin, that second one, but then the third one, I'm just a sucker for that, the split one, and I like the position of the 60th.
Agreed.
But then number 4, like the classic, DS9, and the 60th is good there too. I can't decide.
Well, our friend Eric Sanchez says they all look awesome. Thanks, Eric. Agreed.
I'll probably end up making a version of all 4 of these.
Knowing you, yes.
Yeah. I'll probably give some out on the cruise, and then the rest of all of them will be at STLV because it's just easier at STLV. So.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, we've got another vote coming in. Soft Dream says, I like the first one the best. Yeah, see, that one's good too.
Go with the classic.
Yes, because 60th.
See, that first one, I like how the 60th is on that. So I was thinking of doing like a rectangle, kind of like the Borg badges, and doing like a raised up like of the Delta and then the 60th on it. So it would be a big square, but it would have, we'll see. Plus it gives me more surface area to play with.
So much to think about. Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited to get these figured out and start getting these printed off.
Yeah. Spatial Healer says, it makes me think of the Star Trek The Motion Picture movie poster a little. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, great.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so get your votes in. And we will see what happens next year. Very exciting.
Yep.
So you've been working on some other projects as well, JJ. So I remember us talking about this briefly in Vegas. So I'm very excited to hear more.
Yeah. So, everyone says, Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Voyager just hasn't gotten the love from Paramount, right? To be upscaled like the original series and the next gen. And then with AI technology advancing as much as it has, we can really leverage it to upscale these entire shows. So that's actually something that I've been working on. There are some Reddit threads out there. There's a couple other people that have been doing it, and they've done a way more involved process. I think I've kind of taken the easy route, but I wanted to share what I have and what it looks like, and see if there's any feedback or what people think. I think a couple things that I've seen, because we have seen some on YouTube, right? We see some of these upscaled episodes, but the show is in an aspect ratio of 4:3, right? So it's kind of square box. A lot of the upscales that I've seen, they've been 16:9, so it's been stretched, right? And I am sticking to the traditional 4:3 aspect ratio because I just, I don't like the stretch look, right? And I've talked to a few people, and they agree they prefer the traditional 4:3. But yeah, I just wanted to share what I've done. I've also written a document, so if anybody wants to do this themselves with their media, I have instructions on how to do it step by step, and I'm more than willing to share that with anyone. And then I do host these on my Plex server. So if you're my Plex friend, you can stream these from my server in the data center and in Cincinnati here, and to pretty much anywhere in the country.
Brilliant.
Probably isn't going to be very good outside of the US though. A little too far data wise. I need to get like a content delivery network or something for Plex in the UK.
I thought you were going to say the Midas array.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's some very detailed and technical text here on screen. Now he's describing some of the methods and the tools that you've been using. I'm going to be completely honest and say I don't understand any of that. So if maybe tell us a little bit about some of the process there, JJ, before we actually look at a couple of the finished products.
Yeah. So I'm taking the media directly from the DVDs that, the standard 720 by 480 DVDs, which were not HD at all, right? So to take them from the disc and put them into a format that I can manipulate, I'm using a tool called Make MKV, which basically containerizes. MKV is kind of like a container for the video and the audio, right? Like, so .mp4 is a container, .mov is a container type, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm doing, is pulling them in, making them a consistent MKV, keeping the current aspect ratio, which actually is not exactly 4:3. It's like 4:3 point something. But I want to make sure that I can present that to the AI engine. But one of the challenges there is that media is what they call interlaced, right? So there's not streaming today, when we watch TV and stuff like that over streaming, the frame rates are constant. The media that's coming from these DVDs, they're not constant. The frame rates are variable frame rates. So I have to take that media from the DVD, put it into Handbrake, which lets me make the frame rates a constant frame rate, so that I can then upscale without any kind of jitter. So what happens is, if I don't do that step, is that when you're playing it back and it's been upscaled, because the variable frame rate is happening, there's like, the AI needs a constant in order to upscale each frame. But if the frames are changing at various rates, what we end up seeing is a jitter on the screen. So like if the camera is panning across something, the person who's in the thing moves very jittery across the screen. So running it through Handbrake makes it constant, makes it smooth as you pan across the screen, and fixes that problem. And then I put it into Topaz AI. And this is where the technical specs of the computer matter a little bit. You want to have a higher end CPU and a higher end GPU with some decent amount of memory, because a couple reasons. Number one, it's going to shorten the time that it takes to do an episode. When I first started, I was using a lower end video card, and it would take 12 to 18 hours to upscale the show to 1080p, right? When I updated my video card, that 10 to 12 hours went all the way down to 3 hours to upscale one episode. And then it wasn't even to 1080p. That was to 4K, right? So that's one of the reasons why I put some of these, the hardware specs or what kind of things you want to look for if you're going to try to do something like this on your own in here, so that, you know, you have an idea of where you need what you need. The other part that why hardware matters as well is I've noticed if you don't have a GPU that can be consistent with the stream, you also will end up with jitter in the screen. So a GPU does matter.
And by your own admission, though, you just said this is the simple process that you're following. Rather, than
I feel it is a very simple process. Other people have taken these things, stripped out the audio, upscaled the video, then re-added the audio back, and it's like, that to me is too much work.
Wow. Wow. Well, it all sounds really involved. So hats off to you for even having a go.
Yeah. So, which video should we play first, and what are we going to notice?
Yeah, what are we watching?
Do the Deep Space Nine one.
Okay.
I know that was a short clip, right? But these things kind of get big, so I didn't want to overwhelm you all there. But I don't know if you can tell from this how much crisper, how much clearer it is. There isn't the spottiness in the picture. It does a really good job of filling in the pixels in the scene.
Yeah.
So what have you actually upscaled then, JJ, in terms of in your library, if people are wanting to connect with you on Plex and watch some of this material? What have you done?
Yeah, all of season 1 of Deep Space Nine,
Wow.
I've upscaled. All of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, I've upscaled. I'm currently working on season 2 of Deep Space Nine. It's probably going to take me a couple weeks to finish that out, and then I will jump back into Voyager and do season 2 of Voyager. I know some folks really want to see. I've shared some of these episodes with them. I like the very first episode of Deep Space Nine, and it honestly, it's like watching the show all over again, like it for the first time. Like the colors, you can see the uniforms and how crisp they are. Yeah, it's amazing at how well this actually works.
Wow.
Brilliant. Have you got any other examples to show the viewers? What else have we got?
There was 2 more. I think there's the intro of Voyager. Do we want to show that one?
Yeah. It's beautiful. I've seen him. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. It is. It's brand new.
Yeah, it's
small
brand new.
details of when you go through the rings and then the ice asteroid, whatever it is, and the detail you can see on that. That's the small level of detail.
Yeah, it's
and the
quite
colors
amazing.
pop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's one thing that I've noticed after upscaling the uniforms. The colors are a little bit more clear. The black uniforms look cleaner. Yeah, and I think there's one more clip, and it's because I wanted to showcase, what it looks like for people, seeing them upscaled, and I think this one does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Captain's log, Stardate 48734.2. Sometimes it's a good idea to get away from being a captain for a while. To that end, I've started participating in a new holo novel. The setting is ancient England.
The drawing room is in here. Bridget, take Mrs. Davenport's cape and tell Lord Burleigh that she's here.
Yes, Mom.
There's tea.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Tea is usually served at 5:30 and dinner's at 8:30. His lordship doesn't appreciate being kept waiting.
I'll be sure to be prompt.
Yeah.
England's never looked so good. Brilliant.
Yeah, I love that after it's been upscaled, you notice a lot more things in the background, right? It's amazing. It is, to me, it's a whole new experience watching it upscaled like this. So
I've literally just finished a TNG, DS9 and Voyager rewatch. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch them all again in upscale. I'm going to test the Plex connection and see if it gets all the way into over to the UK, and then I'll feed back if anyone else is so far away from you that they want to have a go. But I can't wait to watch Emissary. I might watch it later.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Well, let's bring in Joe and Kristin and see if they have a vote on badges.
Yeah, start us off with badges. What do you think? What's on the wish list?
My favorite was the Amy, your first pick, the one with sort of the tails coming in the 60th in the top right. That was my favorite as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The same as Kelvin, the
outline,
the rainbow outline. Do you know what it speaks to me as a physicist as well? In the visible part of the spectrum, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Deal with the colours of light. So the gay side, the physics side as well. So yeah, it speaks to me on multiple levels. I wasn't quite sure about the first two badges of the 60th, how the 60th
would attach.
Appears. How's it attached? How's it part of the badge?
Yeah. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I either am going to do like a big square and then use that as kind of like the platform to put it all on, or I'm going to print it and move the 60th and make it attached to the overall badge. I just haven't figured out. I'm going to do some tests and see how it works.
Okay, so I have a cheap 3D printer that mostly fails. It's like 1 time out of 10 it'll do a good print. It's from Asia. It's like cheap, nasty rubbish. Your FDM printer, do you print each individual color, then put it together like a jigsaw, or are there multiple FDM reels on your printer of different?
Yeah, there's an AMS that is feeding the multiple colors in. So as it prints one layer and it changes the colors, it will take the old color back, put the new color in, heat up the nozzle, and start printing with that new color. And then it does a purge, so you get a lot of poop and extra waste. But I've recycled all of my filament, right? So I literally send it off to this company that takes it and recycles it. And also for all those failed times, because I get them too. I have a lot of failed parts actually. I send those off so that I'm not putting microplastics in the environment, but getting it recycled and stuff like that.
I love that. What kind of printer do you have? Just for people that might want to invest in the future.
I'm a big fan of the Bamboo Labs. I kind of look at the Bamboo Lab printers as an Apple iPhone. very well thought out, easy to use. Anybody could start using it. The most difficult part is learning to get comfortable with 3D CAD software and designing things yourself. That's the most challenging part. There are some I got yous that, you know, I'm more than willing to tell anybody. If anyone has any questions, I'm more than willing to you know, help or answer some questions with 3D printing. But yeah, pretty easy using the Bamboo Labs. I actually have 3 of them because that's how many I need to make all these badges.
Wow.
Yeah, thousands every year. My goodness.
Yep.
Just FYI, all the questions are coming from me. Prepare your inbox.
I mean, I love 3D printing, but that's just because I get the final result
Exactly.
on JJ. I don't know anything about the journey.
Oh, okay.
I have I absolutely love that you've put the autism flag in there. I love giving some shout outs to our neurodiverse or neurospicy group out there. And there's actually one flag that while you were talking, I was like, are there other flags? There's actually a disability pride flag for people who have just physical or developmental disabilities. And so maybe that would be a cool route to go as well. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's quite straightforward and simple, but yeah, I love, again, the inclusivity is amazing.
Yeah. The challenge, right, is the colors. So the printers that I have, there's one printer that can do 16. I can print 16 colors within a 3D print at one time. Then the other 2, I can only do 8. And so most of the rainbow batches I do with those 2 that have the 8, but all of the extra colors I do with the 16 color AMS stuff. But so the challenge is even with some of these badges, like the progressive, trying to find the exact filament color that matches that exact color. It's challenging. If I were someone in the industry trying to sell the filament, I would start making it an optional for people to pick their hexadecimal colors and just ship them out that way, because I think there would be a significant need. But unfortunately, like there isn't anything like that right now. I even printed badges for work, right? Like we had ServiceNow Manufacturing Day. And so all of our ServiceNow personnel went on site in Cleveland, Ohio, and they all had a ServiceNow Manufacturing Day badge. And it was funny because we went to our headquarters, or I went to our headquarters in Santa Clara, California, and some of the people saw the badges because I brought some from some of my colleagues that were there, and they were like, "Can I get one?" So they're popular more than just Star Trek badges. So
yes, because they're so well made, JJ. So
yeah, they are.
We do have a viewer comment here that I can hear in a particularly strong Scottish accent. Someone saying, "No, Joseph, you're not getting a new 3D printer." Hi, Ewan.
Put down.
He's saying that now. Wait until I'm printing all the best 3D things that we need for the house and badges. You know,
your own little replicator.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, JJ, thank you so much, as always, for coming onto the view screen and showing us your just amazing talent and your more amazing generosity as well. We all appreciate everything you do for the community.
Yes, thank you.
Love being here.
We will see you all a little bit later. Okay. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work. It's now time for us to hand back to Joe so that we can do a live reveal of his cake. How's this going to work, Joe? I know you've got, you've got multiple camera angles set up here for us.
It's been so long, it might have melted. Oh, that's the cake for your camera. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the cake. You can see me, there's 2 of me. Oh,
It needs to be on both.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
How about that? Oh no, we need you there. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, it's all good. Yeah, so this is the cake. One thing I did notice while we've been chatting, Tweels the geometric biscuit things are a dried biscuit, but so they're very susceptible to moisture. And the mirror glaze is full of moisture. So like the bit that was standing up has just kind of sagged over and broken. So the whole biscuit thing seems to be a bit saggy. I'm thinking if I was serving this as a dessert, you would put the twirls on and serve it, and people would eat it, so you still get that crunch from the biscuit. So yeah, the Enterprise is going to warp off because like shields are like failing, so the Enterprise is
and it's a choking hazard. Oh, here we go. The knives are out.
Yes, I'm going to be very, very safe. So if you remember, on the bottom we've got dark chocolate sponge, then the pistachio praline crunch, then the lime gel, then the mint chocolate mousse, and then the mirror glaze, and then the twirls. So I've no idea how it's going to cut, literally. And it's been in the freezer overnight, so literally I might be sawing for the next half hour.
Joe, we want definition on these layers, or you've got to do it again.
I know. So I thought I'd cut a little quarter of it so we can hopefully see those layers. It cuts. The pistachio praline layer is difficult to get through, but I'm okay with that.
Well, that's good because it shows it's still crispy and it's not reacted to the other moisture.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, here we go.
We are lifting. I think we're lifting. Do we have some definition?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's not great definition, but you know, it's definition nonetheless. Okay.
That might just be the knife going through it. If you had some hot water on the knife, you get better definition.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, now turn the cake. Yeah. No, turn the cake so we can see the cut side of it.
Cake. So you got you can see the sponge down the bottom. The pistachio praline crunch is kind of a similar colour to the cake. And then we've got the lime gel layer. I'm wondering if it might have been better if I didn't put mousse in between every layer and just had the sponge, the praline, and then the lime gel surrounded by mousse.
Do you think it might have been too dry if you did that?
I think the sponge is really moist.
Right.
The gel's really moist and the mousse is really moist. So the only thing that's kind of dry is the crunchy layer, but you kind of want that to be dry because it's a textural layer.
I think you need to try it then, Joe, and tell us how it tastes. Give us your honest verdict.
I even brought out my nice Christmas plates and my nice Christmas cup.
Oh,
do you know what? Do you remember what I said before we started recording?
No.
I said before I eat anything, I have to take out my retainers.
No, you were supposed to do it during the.
I was supposed to take out my retainers. So I don't have to think about like, okay, so take me off there.
Oh, but we got the cake view.
Just look at the cake while Joe sorts out his cosmetic dentistry.
I'm back. Okay.
Right. Okay. Grandma's got her teeth back in.
Okay. Nice. Do you know what? I'm a fan of trying like individual components of things. But it's like after eight mousse.
So is that the green jelly?
No, the gel is lime flavored.
Right.
The mousse, the dark chocolate mousse, that bit there is peppermint flavored. So it's like an after eight.
Right. Okay.
Amy, after eights are like kind of thin after dinner mints.
Oh yeah. Okay, thin mints. Okay.
A mint, like a mint fondant layer with a really thin layer of dark chocolate in it. Okay, and then the cake. Ewan did try the cake yesterday and said it was really moist. Stay. I like that. And then the lime. I wasn't. I keep on thinking mojito.
Oh.
Because it's mint
the
and lime.
Mint. Yeah.
But it's not giving me mojito yet. Do you know what? I just realised that I'm potentially making mouth noises.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
See, if I was a listener and somebody was making mouth noises, I would switch off and never listen again.
It's ASMR.
I would be mouth noises.
People pay a lot of good money for stuff like this.
Okay, I'm going to just go in with a whole.
Yeah, build the.
all.
I'm one that's a perfect bite eater.
Is that a perfect bite?
Is the crunch? How's the texture? Like with the praline pistachio thingy, yeah.
So good.
Is it? Oh, brilliant.
You're in, come up and try this.
Oh my gosh.
That's so good.
I want to try.
Honestly, the praline's a bit difficult to get through, so I'd maybe do that on the bottom and maybe do it a bit thinner next time, so it's easier to break through. Because everything else is quite soft. Oh, this is nice.
Oh man!
Right. Well, while you're doing
that,
that,
really coming through. Bring the other guys in.
We'll bring JJ and Kristin back, just rather than you having mouthfuls of food and us asking you questions. So yeah, what, Kristin? Do you reckon you're going to be making a Borg cube cake anytime soon?
If Joe will send me the recipe, I'm absolutely going to try that. And then all I would probably switch out is I would make the Jello or the gelatin part with pectin. For people who don't eat animal product or whatnot, pectin is the perfect vegetarian or vegan alternative for that.
Right.
So, but otherwise, I also love the idea, Joe, that you just had of using the praline crunch as the bottom, sort of like you would do with like a cheesecake almost, where you put the crunchy part at the bottom. And then After 8, Justin and I ate like an entire box of After 8 last night.
Oh, do you get them in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They're our favorite. You either get them in the little like wrappers, or they come out like a little cracker, or the long tubes. And so we had the little tubies last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There was nothing worse as a child finding a box of After 8 mints and going inside and realizing it was just a load of the empty wrappers. Someone had been at them.
Yeah,
that would be me.
My mom.
And JJ, are you as good in the kitchen as you are around a 3D printer? Have you been inspired?
I do like to bake. In fact, what I do usually for my friends around here is I usually bake them their favorite cakes. But that is way complicated and way outside my wheelhouse. But it looks so good, and I would love to try it.
Yeah.
Well, we have Rashid in the comments saying, "Hi, Amy and everyone. I want to try it too." Well, you're going to need a lot of silicone products. That's what I was impressed with, Joe, that you bought all those things.
Sorry, I was busy.
Yes, still eating, I can see.
I don't have a super sweet tooth, but that's not really sweet. It's just really delicious.
Well, Joe, Eric in the chat is saying you need to up your game. Challenge yourself. Do a Borg sphere.
Shut up, Eric. Hey, Siri, delete Eric from chat.
You can also you can have a game of football with it.
Strangely enough, Amy, you might know Amaury Gouchon. He's a Swiss pastry chef, but he's got a cook school in Vegas. You will have seen him on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. He does big life-size chocolate works. There's like a gramophone. There's like a full-size gorilla. Yeah, he's crazy talented. He does this thing called the egg, which is a dessert. It's kind of an entremet-like dessert where there's an almond sponge layer surrounded by a milk chocolate nest. And on top of the nest, there is an egg. And the egg is a mango. There's a mango center. What is it? It's a mango compote surrounded by a passion fruit crème. Surrounded by coconut mousse.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a white chocolate eggshell, and then a cocoa butter speckle on it, like a quail's egg might have. Super technical, but that's next week's job.
Okay.
So yeah, spherical things, that's in the planning.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, Joe, we really hope you and Ewan enjoy eating the cake.
I will have my cake and eat it. Yeah.
You will have your cake and eat it, and then you'll have to go to the gym twice as much next week then to work it all. Because you've made a massive family-sized portion for 2 people. I love it.
That's it.
Brilliant. But while we've got everyone on screen, let's do a little roundup of where people can find you online before we bid you farewell. So, Joe, where can people come and chat with you on the interwebs?
Oh, it's been so long since I've done this. I have no idea. I'm on Instagram. You'll see all my bakes on Instagram at joeyjoe77uk. Email me, joepodcast@gmail.com. I'm sure that's still active. Or I'm in Scotland.
Always up for a visit.
Yeah.
There's your excuse, Kristin, for another visit. I need to go and speak to you and get on that plane.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We'll see you soon. And JJ, where can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, I have a website, Jenediah.com, and I think I have a link to all my socials on that website. So make it easy for everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Kristin, where are you online?
You can find me, of course, on Instagram at kstrats, right there. And then I'm also on Reddit at User Garrick's Fan Club, where I'm currently in a very interesting conversation with a bunch of people about what a crossover would look like between Star Trek and What We Do in the Shadows, which for those of you who don't know is sort of Interview with the Vampire meets The Office.
Oh.
Wow, that's like 3 things coming together.
So, I mean, if you've never seen What We Do in the Shadows and the TV show, I'm like, the movie's amazing, but the TV show is hilarious. I'm just seeing these inept vampires wreaking havoc on the Enterprise D.
Brilliant.
And it's amazing. So if you're on, come and chime in on that convo.
Brilliant. Well, we will see you next week, Kristin. Thank you.
Bye.
And Amy, where are you online for the viewers?
Well, you can find me in our Discord server and in our Facebook group, which we have links in our show notes. And Kelvin, what? That's so cool. We've got this little QR code. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and scan that because that'll get you into our Facebook BQN Collective, where you can join the conversation. We have fun and we post everything there. So check us out there. And then at BQN Podcasts on Instagram and Bluesky. And Kelvin, where can people find you?
I am also in the BQN Collective, which you can get to directly on Facebook or just by scanning the new QR code there. But if you want to come and chat with me directly, I'm on most of the socials at Kelvin's Timeline. Okay, wow.
What a show. What a show. It's so fun every week. I'm so happy. I mean, this is why we do it, just to have fun, have Star Trek and all of life combined with our good friends. So, and we want to thank everyone in the chat. This was really a fun time. But what do we got coming up next week?
Okay, it's a busy show next week. Next week, we are doing another BQN Showcase episode where we invite the hosts from other shows on the network to come and plug, chat, and tell us a little bit more about what they've been up to. So keeping it Trek, we have got Stephen and Stefan, hosts of Galaxy Class, to come and talk to us about what's new over there. And then we've also got Chrissy and Jason from History with the Zilagis, and they are going to come and tell us all about the history-based and little bite-sized podcast episodes. So lots of guests next week. It's going to be a busy one.
And in fact, Stephen and Stefan are actually recording a new episode of Galaxy Class right now. I had to help them get online.
Okay, well, I would like to thank all of our guests for coming on and sharing their gifts and skills with us. Massive thanks to Kristin, as always, from the news. I will thank David, even though he's not been with us today, because the fact he's not been with us has made him appreciate him all the more. So we can't wait for you to return next week, David, to be producer on the show and make the magic happen. Thanks as always to Kitazima as well for helping with our socials, helping get us out there and making us more visible online.
Well, we would love to hear what you thought of today's show, and there's many ways for you to do that. You can join our Facebook group, as we talked about, with our new QR code. You can join our Discord server, and you can follow, again, us on Instagram, Bluesky, at BQN Podcasts, to continue the discussion there.
And he's swapping out QR codes because this one's a different one. A huge thank you to our Patreon members for your ongoing support of the network and our show. Now, remember, you'll never hear a commercial here on BQN. So if you would and are able to come and support us financially, please go to patreon.com/BQN or scan the QR code on screen there, and that will take you to the website.
And if becoming a patron isn't your thing, we totally get that. But just please remember to share us, like, subscribe, talk about it with your friends, say, hey, and because we want more awesome people to join our community. So go ahead and give us a share. That would be great.
Thank you again for all of our guests, our online viewers, and for everyone rewatching or listening us as a podcast.
Yes, and we will be back here same time next week. But for now, it's time to end transmission. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.